My apartment has thin walls. I can hear everything. Footsteps, doors closing, even whispers sometimes. At first, I thought it was normal, until I started hearing myself. It began 3 nights ago. I was in the kitchen pouring water when I heard my voice from the bedroom. Soft, calm, like I was talking to someone. But I live alone. I froze, listened closely, and then I heard it clearly. My voice said, "I don't think she knows yet." My heart dropped. Slowly, I walked toward the bedroom. Each step felt heavier than the last. The door was slightly open. The room was dark and silent. Too silent. I stepped inside. Nothing. No one. Just my bed, my closet, my mirror. I laughed it off, told myself it was stress, exhaustion. But the next night, it happened again. This time I was in bed, wide awake, scrolling on my phone. And then, from the corner of the room, I heard my voice whisper, "She can hear us now." I dropped my phone. My chest tightened instantly. I turned toward the corner. Nothing there, but I could feel it. That feeling, like someone was watching you from a place your eyes couldn't reach. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. By the third night, I decided to record it. I set my phone on the dresser, hit record, and sat on my bed, waiting. Minutes passed. Nothing. Then, suddenly, the air changed. You know that feeling, when a room just feels wrong? That's when it started. My voice came from right behind me, clear as day. "She's listening." I didn't move. I couldn't. My entire body locked up. Then, another voice, also mine, but different, low, cold. "Ask her." My throat went dry. "Ask me what?" Silence. Then, slowly, my own voice spoke again, right next to my ear. "Do you hear us?" I wanted to scream, but something stopped me, because deep down, I knew something terrifying. They weren't asking for fun. They were waiting for an answer. I forced my mouth shut, said nothing, and after a few seconds, the room went quiet again, just like that. The next morning, I checked the recording. My hands were shaking the whole time. I pressed play. At first, nothing, just silence. Then I heard movement, very faint. Then my voice, but it wasn't coming from one place. It was everywhere, surrounding me, layered, dozens of me, all speaking at once. "She hears us. She hears us. She hears us," over and over again. Then it stopped, and for a few seconds, there was nothing, until one final whisper came through, right into the mic, closer than anything else. "Next time, answer." I haven't slept since, because every night now, at the exact same time, I hear them again, closer each time, more impatient. And last night, for the first time, they didn't just talk. They waited, right next to me, listening, for me to respond. So if you ever hear your own voice, when you know you didn't speak, don't answer it, no matter what it says. Because once you do, it won't need to pretend anymore. Follow for more clips.